Not long ago, the United States of America was a nation of vast opportunity and promise. As the world burned in the fires of the Weltkrieg, U.S. citizens enjoyed a decade of peace and prosperity beyond compare. Through subversion, stalling, and filibustering, U.S. intervention in the Great War was effectively paralyzed. By 1919, American citizens would wake up to newsreel pictures of German soldiers marching through Paris. In Europe, the Weltkrieg was over, but in the Americas, our misfortune had only just begun. By the time the dust had settled, Eastern Europe was marching to the drum of the Kaisarreich, and Western Europe stood dominated by revanchist syndicalist powers. As one of the few remaining democracies, the U.S. was now truly alone. As calamitous poverty gripped the land of liberty, disillusioned young radicals left the home country to fight as volunteers in the many civil wars abroad. When they returned to an emaciated United States, they were eager to spark the embers of civil discontent into the all-consuming fire of revolution. With syndicalist uprising following in the wake of cascading economic collapse, a gridlocked Congress saw no other means but to order MacArthur, the American Caesar, to seize control of the apparatus of state and restore order to the home country. These would prove to be the final spasms of a doomed nation. By the end of that year, Louisiana Governor Huey Long addressed the American citizenry and, in an infamous radio speech, called the United States a dead nation. Rallying to his cause, several states rejected Washington's new dictates and formed an American Union state, vowing to root out the corrupt federal government that had brought the country to ruin. This bellicose move was soon followed by syndicalist elements in the North, who seized Chicago and the Great Lakes area as the combined syndicates of America. Fearing fighting would spill over into the West, the Pacific states seceded and marched their regiments eastwards to guard the border and restore democracy to the United States. Almost overnight, one of the world's last remaining republics collapsed into the revolutionary chaos that had claimed Russia, France, and Britain a decade earlier. Brother took up arms against brother, and cities across the nation were turned into blazing war zones. More bitter words were never spoken. Second American Civil War. The shattered federal government is now limited to encircled areas of partisan groups and military divisions loyal to MacArthur and Congress. Beset on all sides, we Federalists are fighting a desperate retreat, attempting to safeguard our supply lines to other loyal states in the Midwest. Hounded day and night through the smoldering ruins of our nation's former glory, our cause seems long lost. But we think back to 1776, to Washington, his army swept from New York and New Jersey by the Redcoats, only to return across the icy Delaware and, against all odds, deliver a glorious victory at Trenton. Our fathers fought on, and so shall we. We will unite against these rebels and return the rule of law to our great nation. We will fight on. So rally to the flag, men. For our homes, our families, and our future, we will fight on. As our fathers did, we proclaim this sacred oath. Down with the traitors, up with the stars. Down with the traitors, up with the stars.